Hello, and welcome to In the Spotlight, a chance to get to know the financial services practice group here at BerryDunn. I'm Susan Weber,
And I'm Brooke Wells.
fellow team members and co-hosts of the series. We're joined today by Ryan King, a manager in our tax practice group. Welcome, Ryan.
Thank you very much for having me. This is great. I was listening to some episodes earlier this week, and you guys really do a phenomenal job. So glad to be here.
Well, thank you so much. And I know, Ryan, we've been in several working groups together over the year, and I'm really looking forward to this chance to get to know you better. So tell us first what led you to accounting. Did you always want to be in accounting?
Yeah. So, I was thinking about that, and I hate to do this and go all the way back to fourth and fifth grade, but it really does kind of start there. I remember always waking up and going straight downstairs to eat breakfast in the morning. And my parents would always leave out the sports section of the newspaper back when people would read the actual newspaper. And
Yep.
I would spend my mornings looking over the box scores of the baseball games the night prior to, and just looking at all the numbers and, this person's on pace for how many home runs, and they had this many hits, but only this many runs. And I thought nothing of it until I got a little bit older and realized that I was maybe the only one doing that, which maybe wasn't the most normal. But from that point on, I thought, maybe numbers are my thing. So fast forward to high school, I took my first accounting class, which was mostly just bookkeeping, but loved it. So then transitioned from there to the University of Maine, studied accounting. That's when I first kind of latched on with BerryDunn through a tax internship there. And the rest is kind of history. I loved what I was doing. It's just so black and white, which I found I really enjoyed. And here we are today. So
That's awesome. And I think I remember you mentioning that you might have worked at a bank for a little bit of time. Can you talk about that?
I was a teller for a couple years while I was at the University of Maine, and it was great. I worked at the main branch in the district, and this is where all the commercial bankers worked upstairs. So I got to interact with them, and they were just phenomenal. And it kind of opened up my eyes to really just this industry. And as much as I enjoyed what I was doing, I still found myself behind the teller line, kind of doing the debits and credits as I'm, handing people money. I had T accounts going in my head. So I realized that as much as I like this, I think my true calling was accounting. So
That's awesome.
Here I am.
That's awesome.
It sounds like you've been involved with the industry since the very beginning. Do you have any specialty or any aspect of the work that you really enjoy?
Yeah, so right now, I really serve clients across the board in a variety of industries, but I am part of the financial services group here, so I do have quite a bit of financial service clients. So in particular, being on the tax side, we love ASC 740, so talking about deferred taxes and deferred tax assets and all of that fun stuff. One of the things that we've been focusing on lately is looking to help our clients gain an understanding in that area. So we fully realize that when we do these audits for our clients, it's very likely that some of them are really only looking at tax provisions once a year. So it is a pain point for a lot of them, whether they're giving us tax provisions that are half completed, or they say, I did my best, here you go. We've kind of taken a new approach where we're proactively reaching out to those clients to go through them with them. Let's go through the whole exercise. This is what this is doing, and answering questions and offering to help train staff, just so that it's not one of those black boxes, when it's time to actually dust this thing off and look at it at the end of the year. Hopefully our clients are actually I don't know if I'd say excited about it, but have a little bit more understanding of what they're looking at, hopefully. And that's kind of what we're here for. So
That sounds great. I can tell you from my own personal tax experience, it is the one time of year where I like to just get a bunch of stuff together and hand it off to somebody else and just say, here, can you solve this problem for me? So I love that.
Exactly.
I love that idea of partnership that you were describing, Ryan. That's so great. Are there any other hot topics or questions that clients have had lately? Any key issues you're trying to help solve?
Yeah, so as we kind of move away from this pandemic, we did have quite a bit of employee retention tax credit questions come
Mm-hmm.
up. We're kind of now shifting into a series of articles focused on state taxation and nexus considerations and remote employees, as it kind of seems that the landscape for where everyone is working is shifting, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of been where a lot of questions have been coming lately, and where we will kind of proactively try to get communication out and guidance out to our clients.
Perfect. So switching gears just a little bit, outside of work, how do you typically stay sane?
I stay sane on the golf course. I love looking for my ball in the woods. That's usually how I stay sane. I'm not foraging for mushrooms out there. I enjoy it. So beyond that, I'm a big hiker. So Acadia National Park is only about an hour away from where I live up in Bangor. So we make constant trips out that area, and it's gorgeous. So right about now, this is the Friday before Memorial Day weekend, is when it's about to get slammed with some tourists. So we'll find more local areas to hike, but really anything outdoors helps keep me sane.
So here's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing golfing, hiking, Acadia, trails. So what do you do in the winter?
In the winter, I do taxes. What kind of
Okay,
question is
so
that?
I don't know what I was
The
thinking.
best part of the year.
There's a little bit of chicken and the egg happening there, right? Like which came first? Did your activities
Well,
choose
yeah.
your profession or did you choose your activities based on your profession? I'm not
That's
really
fair.
sure.
So growing up, I was a hockey player, so that was during the
Oh,
winter,
gotcha.
and then that dream kind of dies at the end of high school when I realized I wasn't going to be playing professionally.
Oh,
So it was kind of a natural transition to fill my time during that space, from playing hockey to doing taxes. It was natural, if you will. So
that's
yeah.
awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Ryan. And on that note, thanks to everyone for being here and be on the lookout for more of your favorite professionals in the spotlight.